Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Sunday, January 24th at 3:26 p.m. Pacific Standard Time by Zeno Reader. There are 623 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. I like Ivanka, Marco Rubio sweats over rumor Trump Senate challenge. As he faced death threats, Fauci said he once opened an envelope that contained a puff of powder he feared was anthrax or iocin. Rudy Giuliani admits his associates sought to bill Trump campaign $20,000 per day to overturn election result. U.S. judge blocks release of Tennessee man in Capitol riot. A 28-year-old man was arrested and charged after he was accused of creating a disrespectful photoshopped image that shows men disrespecting a sergeant's grave. Taiwan reports large incursion by Chinese warplanes for second day. In candid interview, Birx says she knew working with Trump White House would be the end of her federal career. Deborah Birx, parallel set of data on COVID-19 was delivered to Trump. Grizzly, 34, confirmed as Yellowstone region's known oldest. Biden attends Mass at D.C. church where he worshipped as VP. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Lawmakers in both parties lobby White House for a more targeted relief bill, The Washington Post. 27M daily deals, tons of savings on figurines, statues and Amy Ibo, IGN. Biden to impose travel restrictions on South Africa, UK and Brazil to mitigate new COVID strains, CNBC. Packers gaffe allows 39-yard TD for Bucs Scotty Miller with :01 before half, ESPN. SpaceX completes largest ever cargo launch of 143 satellites, Fox News. Birx, someone was delivering a parallel set of data on coronavirus to Trump. The Hill. What happened this morning was a mass murder, 6 killed in Indianapolis shooting, Indy Star. Despite COVID-19, Amazon requests in-person unionizing vote for valid, fair and successful election, USA Today. ESPN Plus apologizes for technical issue during UFC pay-per-view event, The Verge. Samsung's Galaxy S21 series apparently still lacks Android seamless update feature 9 to 5 Google. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Jennifer Lopez recreates Love Don't Cost a Thing music video 20 years later. Fauci says Trump used to scold him for not being more positive about COVID-19. Senator Bernie Sanders says Dems will use budget reconciliation to pass COVID-19 relief. JoJo Siwa is really happy to be part of LGBTQ+ community after coming out. Rand Paul refuses to say election wasn't stolen, whines about being fact-checked. 2 in 5 Americans live in areas running out of hospital intensive care unit beds due to COVID. U.S. passes 25 million confirmed cases of COVID-19. Mitt Romney, Trump impeachment trial important for unity, accountability. Defense Secretary orders review of military sexual assault prevention programs. Authorities investigate explosion at anti-gay church in California. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Band donates $50,000 to an Indiana workforce board. Car meetup raises money for good cause. Driver killed after car is struck, dragged by train. Catering company focuses on to-go huts. Winning $1 billion lottery ticket sold at Kroger. Family mourns loss of 12-year-old killed in crash. School district apologizes for newsletter photo. Snow, ice sculptures going up for winter carnival. OK deer hunters achieve record-breaking 2020 to 2021 harvest. 12-year-old committing to helping families in need. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Biden officials confront the nation's vaccination woes. Updates, Packers vs. Buccaneers, with a Super Bowl trip on the line. Divisions harden in Senate as it prepares to receive impeachment article. Navalny attacked by Putin allies after Russia protests. How Democrats planned for doomsday. Fauci on what working for Trump was really like. Britain's alarm over virus variant bolsters case for lockdown. Where Giuliani still routinely offers false claims of election fraud. French roosters now crow with the law behind them. Retirement in Florida, Tom Brady's next move might be to the Super Bowl. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Tom Brady, Buccaneers advance to Super Bowl LV with NFC Championship win over Packers. Linus Ullmark perfect in shootout, Sabres beat Capitals. Steelers Juju Smith-Schuster asks fans to stop coming to his house while on vacation. U.S. police weigh officer discipline after rally, Capitol riot. NYC nursing home refused to give rehab patients COVID-19 vaccine, politician claims. Growing number of GOP senators oppose impeachment trial. NYC small business owner thanks Barstool's Portnoy in person for helping him survive pandemic. Jaguars should draft Devonta Smith with number 1 pick, Brett Favre says. Serial killer invited to get COVID vaccine before elderly ignites outrage. Biden and son Hunter attend first mass as president in D.C. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Sunday, January 24th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Customer leaves $1,400 tip at Colorado bakery with message COVID sucks. Boston Children's Hospital employees announce engagement while getting vaccinated together. Stimulus check latest, parents could receive monthly payments with expanded child tax credit. Woman confronted for refusing to wear mask at California Safeway pulls knife on workers. Can you be fired for refusing COVID vaccine if your employer requires it? The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Frozen in time, they haven't aged a day in a decade, so how do they stay looking so young? Campaign to help get laptops to lockdown pupils starts with a bang. Boris Johnson to give Liz Truss more senior role in plans to promote female ministers in reshuffle. Ian Lademan, Livingston boss David Martindale deserves a second chance. Wacky wellness trends that promise to make us healthier and happier in 2021. Boris Johnson is set to give go-ahead for Australia-style quarantine. As the tax deadline looms, Flick Everett shares a cautionary tale. The one lesson I've learned from life, singer Jason Derulo says it's important to take time out. Life's little luxuries, Female picks out a selection of stylish coffee machines. Reset your body clock, from your bed. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Thousands take to streets protesting Brazil's Bolsonaro. Burundi ruling party selects hardliner as Secretary General. 19 burned bodies found near Mexico's border town. Syrian refugees in Lebanon are under pressure as never before, but they say Syria is still too unsafe to return. South Africa mourns anti-apartheid trombonist Jonas Gwangwa. Egypt says it has launched vaccinations against coronavirus. From Montreal to Manchester, communities begin to vaccinate the homeless. The unfinished business of the Arab Spring. More than 3,300 arrested across Russia as protests swell for jailed opposition leader Navalny. Sold into Syrian servitude, Filipino workers tell of abuse, rape and imprisonment. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. NFC Championship game, Tampa Bay Buccaneers v Green Bay Packers. AFC Championship game, Buffalo Bills v Kansas City Chiefs. Coronavirus live, Israel to ban flights in and out of country, U.S. bars travelers from UK and most of Europe. Trump plots revenge on Republicans who betrayed him as Senate trial looms. British YouTuber in coma with COVID a month after giving birth. Defensive struggles suggest Liverpool have stood still while others push on Barney Ronay. Chicago teachers defy order to return to classrooms under shadow of COVID. Manchester United's Bruno Fernandes sinks Liverpool in FA Cup thriller. Tesla investment reaps $29 billion profit for Edinburgh Fund. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. FBI investigating explosion, graffiti at church known for entitled views. Yemen, on brink of collapse, may suffer further after Trump decision on Ansarallah. Senator Rand Paul continues making false claims of 2020 election fraud. Ex-cop avoids federal lockup, faces state charges and beating. After failed Trump romance, France seeks reset under Biden. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. COVID, police and protesters clash during the curfew demo. Russia Navalny protests, Kremlin hits out at West as it downplays rallies. COVID, Israel vaccinates 16 to 18-year-olds ahead of exams. COVID-19, White House criticizes chaotic vaccine rollout. U.S. police vehicle plows into crowd watching burnouts. Mesut Ozil, Arsenal midfielder joins Fenerbahce on free transfer. China mine rescue, 11 miners brought to surface alive. Australia man missing for 18 days survived on mushrooms. Cyclone Eloise brings floods to Mozambique's second city Beira. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Cuomo urges black church members to get vaccinated. Biden attends mass at D.C. church he went to as VP. Federal government wants Americans to buy groceries online, but most people on Snap cannot. AP Top Stories January 24th p. Operation Lost Angels rescues 33 children in Los Angeles, what we know. Coronavirus live updates. California investigates death hours after vaccination. Chicago teachers refuse to return to classrooms. Doctor said she wouldn't survive COVID-19. After 25 days on a ventilator, she's renewing her wedding vows. COVID-19 has devastated Hawaii's lei industry. Now generations-old shops are clawing back. Investigation finds 33 missing children in Southern California, FBI says. The day in pictures. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. A little wetter and a little colder, next winter storm to hit LA on Monday morning. Former TSA agent convicted, sentenced after tricking woman into baring her breasts at Blacks. The women who brought down burger records. In a stab at equity, LA hospital vaccinates older relatives of housekeeping staff. Need a lot of both. Will California's vaccine ramp up squeeze out COVID-19 testing? Rare snowfall in Malibu results in flurry of excitement. COVID-19 toll deepens in Los Angeles County as more than 5,000 die in less than a month. Target apologizes after black teens are detained and handcuffed at Westlake Village store. Far-right movements including QAnon, virus skeptics linked to Newsom recall. Storm next week expected to bring significant rain and mountain snow to Southland, forecasters say. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Sunday, January 24th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Most UK voters believe Scotland will be independent by 2030. UK students create 3D printed coral structures that could rebuild world's damaged reefs. Solar is now cheapest electricity in history, confirms IEA. WhatsApp loses millions of users after terms update. People who have received the COVID-19 vaccine could still pass the virus on to others and should continue following lockdown rules. More than half of the people in Northern Ireland want a referendum on a united Ireland, poll finds. Motorcade rallies call for impeachment of Bolsonaro in Brazil. Israel sees 60% drop in hospitalizations for age 60 plus 3 weeks after first shot. Trump spoke more with North Korea than with the Europeans, says EU Council chief. EU should punish Putin for Navalny arrest by cutting money flows, Germany's Weber. Bangladesh will buy 100,000 tons of rice from Myanmar, putting aside a rift over the Rohingya refugee crisis as the government races to overcome a shortage of the staple food for the country's more than 160 million people. New U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, during his first phone call with his Japanese counterpart, reaffirmed America's commitment to Tokyo to defending a group of East China Sea islets claimed by both Japan and China. As COVID surges in Canada, workers can't afford to get sick. Biden administration to unveil more climate policies, urges China to toughen emissions target. Frequent New York Times opinion writer was secret Iranian agent, federal prosecutors charge. The next headlines are from Forbes. Be more positive, Fauci describes what it was like working with Trump on coronavirus pandemic. Hawaii Republican Party deletes tweets defending QAnon believers after backlash. Continuity key for action express amid sports car racing season of change. Ron Sanford anchored the infield and the greatest team you've never heard of. There will be no winner in Godzilla vs. Kong. The third season of Cobra Kai didn't do so great on Netflix. Daveed Diggs talks Snowpiercer as a franchise, Sean Bean and the confidence of season 2. New York Yankees continue taking calculated risks with trade for James and Talon. Wonder Woman 1984 box office, a front-loaded sequel to a leggy blockbuster. Viking Season 6, Episode 15 recap and review, all at sea. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Why did the world's pandemic warning system fail when COVID hit? The world population update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,681,501,294 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Seth Rogen and Ted Cruz clash on Twitter over Paris Climate Agreement and Disney's Fantasia. Asia Argento accuses Fast and the Furious director Rob Cohen of sexual assault. Box office, The Marksman captures top spot with $2 million, bleak times for movie theaters. Former Lord Manager fired by Warner Music Australia for sexual harassment. Godzilla vs. Kong trailer, legendary movie monsters prepare for ultimate showdown. Eddie Redmayne had to swim in the winter for Fantastic Beasts 3. Jamie Dornan and Eddie Redmayne look back on audition nightmare stories when they used to be roommates. Fox Sports NFL 18 preps for an unusual NFC championship. Larry King appreciation, hard-working host helped put CNN on cultural map. Perry Botkin Jr., Grammy-winning TV and film composer, dies at 87. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. U.S. tops 25 million confirmed coronavirus cases. 11 miners rescued in China after 2 weeks trapped below ground. New Zealand records first suspected COVID-19 community case since November. Politics chat, Biden to sign more executive orders in first full week as president. Coronavirus is surging, how severe is your state's outbreak? Coronavirus world map, tracking the spread of the outbreak. As Israelis flock to UAE, they see a new precedent, peace deals without giving ground. Arizona Republicans censure party leaders at odds with Trump. Facebook Oversight Board co-chair on determining the future of Trump's accounts. Lawmakers react as Trump Senate impeachment trial gets timetable. The following headlines are from The Week. Why all 4 potential Super Bowl matchups are uniquely intriguing. Romney tight-lipped on impeachment vote, but says Trump's actions warrant trial. National Guard troops remaining in D.C. for impeachment trial confused by lack of clearly defined mission. Republicans back Biden's coronavirus response at a surprisingly high rate, poll suggests. Trump's pressure on Department of Justice to sue states over election in Supreme Court reportedly got really intense. 10 things you need to know today, January 24, 2021. Austin directs Pentagon leaders to gather assessment of military's sexual assault prevention programs. Biden foolishly lowballs America's COVID response. 5 scathingly funny cartoons about Biden's COVID-19 push. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. What the geology of Animal Crossing reveals. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Starships will be launching from these oil drilling platforms built by SpaceX. 3D printing on the moon, from regolith to paste to useful objects and structures. Massive binary stars huddle up surprisingly quickly. The largest sea on Titan could be over 300 meters deep. You can actually see the Milky Way's wave when you map its stars. In theory, supermassive black holes could get even more supermassive. The universe in formation, Hubble sees 6 examples of merging galaxies. These are the news headlines for today, Sunday, January 24th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Update on the 7 Earth-sized planets orbiting nearby TRAPPIST-1. What do redshifts tell astronomers? Opinion, Biden administration must act fast to save migratory birds. Identify stars in the winter circle. Mercury's greatest evening elongation January 23rd to 24th. A moon rock decorates Biden's Oval Office. The Mars-Uranus conjunction of January 2021. The next news is from Politico. European leader, vaccinating 70% by summer will be difficult. Biden's first 100 days. Biden to ban travel from South Africa, reinstate restrictions on Brazil and UK. Menendez to renew push for protecting Venezuelans from deportation. Kremlin, U.S. encouraging Russians to break the law. Bernie Sanders happy to have gone viral. Dick Durbin calls absolute protection of Senate filibuster a non-starter. Biden health officials express concern about short-term vaccine supply crunch. Bernie Sanders, Dems will use reconciliation to pass COVID relief as soon as we possibly can. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Larry King's microphone stood for an increasingly rare virtue, listening. Coronavirus updates live, TGA provisionally approves Pfizer vaccine as Victoria records no new local COVID-19 cases. NRL Integrity Unit investigating Cronulla fight involving player. Racing Victoria knocks back All-Star Mile interest from overseas. Not interchangeable, Communications Minister slams ABC's Invasion Day article. Trump's revenge, ex-president threatens Republicans with MAGA party. Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine provisionally approved for Australian use. Victoria records 19th day of no cases as first vaccine approved for Australia. Best of Cartoons, January 25, 2021. Man charged over alleged physical and sexual assault of elderly woman. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Biden set to reinstate coronavirus travel bans, add South Africa to list, reports. The Wall Street Journal, NCR nears deal to buy Cartronics for around $1.7 billion. Newswatch, stock market bulls brace for major gut check as earnings, Fed and GDP loom. The Margin, world's biggest hedge fund manager thrilled with Biden's inauguration speech but still believes America's on brink of terrible civil war. The Wall Street Journal, Trump pressed Justice Department to take election fraud claims straight to Supreme Court. The Wall Street Journal, China leapfrogs US to become world's #1 destination for foreign direct investment. Dispatches from a pandemic, Linda Briggs tried to book a COVID-19 vaccine appointment for her husband, 78. The earliest date available was March 9. Yellen says raising minimum wage to $15 would have minimal impact on jobs, but nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office disagrees. They are in this situation through no fault of their own. Biden boosts food benefits for poor Americans. Keywords, technicians last hurrah. If hedge funds are any indication, it could be a big week for Apple, Amazon and other mega cap favorites. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Apple updates and refines their VR headset finger accessories invention, patently Apple. New Orleans, Baton Rouge area people in business, NOLA.com. IP awareness assessment, inventors and business owners should start their IP journey with this USPTO NIST tool, IPWatchdog.com. Baker Hostetler picks up IP partner from Paulsonelli, Law 360. The next headlines are from Quartz. What to expect from a virtual Davos. Will the COVID-19 vaccine work on the new variants? A design challenge helps TIers solve the problems of lockdown life. The science behind why people turn to gardening to cope with stress. The science-backed ways to make your home a happier place to be. How the rooftop solar industry is changing, and what it means for homeowners. Inside Amazon, Google, and Apple's fight to build the smart home of the future. The coronavirus in winter may be worse than scientists thought. A 2011 dictionary is reshaping the language of corporate reporting. Average yet confident, a comedian coined the Chinese equivalent to mansplaining. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Funniest most insightful comments of the week at Tech Dirt. Gaming like it's 1925, last week to join the public domain game jam. Appeals court rejects Clearview's attempt to dodge a state lawsuit by trying to make it a federal case. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Super Bowl 2021. Green Bay weather. The Little Things. Seth Rogen. Kate Hudson. DraftKings. Fox Sports. Godzilla vs. Kong. Jameson Talon. Elche vs. Barcelona. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Badge of honor, Arizona GOP censures state's governor and Rep. McCain for Trump opposition. Trump to use millions in campaign cash, threat of third party to stop Republicans voting to impeach, report. Riot cop visits hospital to apologize to woman he kicked in stomach during intense protests in St. Petersburg. Reporter critical of Antifa flees U.S. amid threats as political refugee, decades after his parents arrived as asylum seekers. National Guard to remain in Washington, D.C. until March to provide security for impeachment trial, report. Trump loses Dr. Birx too if she claims admin presented parallel data and graphs on COVID-19, always considered quitting. Absolute meddling, Kremlin condemns U.S. Embassy support for unauthorized rallies, Foreign Ministry demands explanation. Ozil and out, Arsenal outcast Mesut Ozil bids farewell, and vows no grudges after ignominious end to life at Gunners. Dustin Poirier details savage calf kick strategy which left Conor McGregor on crutches after UFC 250 defeat, video. Anti-lockdown protesters in Denmark burn effigy of PM, brawl with police, videos. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Preview of Biden's executive orders for next week. State-by-state breakdown of 897 U.S. hospitals at risk of closing. Fearing citywide economic collapse, Wall Street firms offer help to speed up NYC vaccinations. Is gold money? Biden 2020 run back by $145 million in dark money. The mystery of the stagnated productivity growth. Anti-LGBTQ church in California hit with IED attack. Biden to ban travelers from South Africa after Fauci flip-flops on deadliness of new strains. Phases of lockdowns. Ray Dalio, we are on the brink of a terrible civil war. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Portugal President Marcelo Rebelo de Sousa re-elected, exit poll. Dutch police clash with anti-lockdown rioters in 2 cities. UAE cabinet approves establishing embassy in Tel Aviv. Israeli ultra-Orthodox clash with police over school closures. Russia accuses US of meddling, but says open to dialogue. Will protests against President Putin gain momentum in Russia? Thousands displaced after tropical cyclone Eloise hits Mozambique. Scottish leader promises to hold legal independence vote. Assange versus the violence of imperial humanitarianism. US passes 25 COVID cases, over a quarter of world's infections. The next headlines are from Breitbart. ESPN's Stephen A. Smith calls LeBron James a liar for saying he only cares about team success. Christie, shameful Republicans keep pushing election lies to score political points with Trump base. Burks, there was no full-time team working on COVID response in Trump White House. Video, dozens of suspects wanted in violent attack on 26-year-old. Seattle police begin to enforce vandalism laws after Biden sworn in. Graphic, cartel gunman torch 19 bodies in Mexico near Texas border. Arizona GOP censures leaders at odds with former President Donald Trump. New York Times slammed for labeling Joe Biden as most religious president. Maxine Waters, Trump will take over legislatures, little towns and cities if not convicted for insurrection. Watch, ABC's This Week alters humor audio to fix election gaffe. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. 10 craziest sports in the world. 10 weirdest celebrity baby names. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Clever Australian Shepherd appears to outsmart owner, gets 2 treats. This life-changing backward walker is helping people move forward, hands-free. IKEA buys 11,000 acres of U.S. forest to keep it from being developed. Volunteers remove 9,200 lbs of trash from one of the dirtiest rivers in the U.S. In 15 months, this 441 lb man lost 228 pounds and now runs marathons to be healthy for his kids. This week's inspiring horoscopes from Rob Bresney's Free Will Astrology. Mom's mistakes leads to good kids who focus on others. UK prioritizes climate crisis by supporting sustainability in developing countries with $4 billion plan. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Sunday, January 24th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Recompose, the first human composting funeral home in the US, is now open for business. The coronavirus kills mink, so they too may get a vaccine. The Great Wikipedia Tutty Scandal, the story of a Wikipedia administrator gone mad with 80,000 blue pages, and an unhinged trial that would dictate the site's NSFW future. Spanish woman who died of COVID returned 10 days later, newspaper. Saw agent convicted of tricking woman into showing him her breasts at lax. And wouldn't give the dog back either. Inventor unveils airbag jeans to protect motorcyclists in crashes. Man shoots lifelong friend who came at him with pitchfork, Volusia deputies say. Scientists make first invisible solar panels you can integrate into smartphones. Tommy Hilfiger, sometimes I forget Tommy Hilfiger is my real name. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Winning the web means winning Google searches. This $29 SEO training can get it done. Here are 15 of the most asked Node.js interview questions. Earth has been habitable for billions of years. Simulations show it was just luck. NASA delays Juno spacecraft retirement after detecting mysterious radio waves. Awful parking is the worst thing about battery-powered scooters. TIER has a plan to fix it. If you're having problems with your home Wi-Fi network, this ASUS router might be your answer. This training package can get you started on a $120,000 a year career as a cloud architect. A closer look at the AI incident database of machine learning failures. The following headlines are from Science Daily. No more needles for diagnostic tests. Wet and wild, there's lots of water in the world's most explosive volcano. New technique builds super hard metals from nanoparticles. Regulating the ribosomal RNA production line. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Sunday, January 24th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Utah men's basketball team crumbles late in 83-79 loss at Washington. Rollover on SR 190 in Big Cottonwood Canyon injures 4, shuts down traffic both ways. Saturday snowstorm brings out the skiers, as well as the traffic jams and avalanche warnings. Coronavirus in Utah, though daily positive rate climbs back over 20%, week-long numbers reflect some good trends. Exclusive, Utah declines to disclose when vaccines arrive or who gets them, while pharmacies dispute doses are sitting on shelves. 2 in 5 Americans live where COVID-19 strains hospital intensive care units. Timothy Egan, a president can govern in poetry. Romney says Trump must be held accountable for attempted insurrection. Could the Sundance Film Festival leave Park City? Douglas Brinkley, a final interview with Hank Aaron. I recognized that I had a gift. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Despite SolarWinds cyber attack, Microsoft's Azure business predicted to benefit. More companies are joining tech exodus from California. We messed up, Microsoft rescinds Xbox Live Gold price hike. Ant Group sponsors reality competition show about programmers. When Adobe stopped Flash content, it also stopped the Chinese railroad. Ask Slashdot, is there a battery-powered Wi-Fi security camera that supports FTP-SMB? Can you tell a programming language inventor from a serial killer? Babylon 5 actress Mira Furlan dies at 65. The Ethical Source Movement launches a new kind of open-source organization. Ransomware attackers try publishing 4,000 Scottish government agency files. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Missouri last in the nation on vaccine rollout. Missouri adds 2,137 COVID cases, 7-day case average is lowest in 3 months. NC congressman who contested election results admits Biden victory wasn't fraudulent. Fauci says vaccine goal would cover 67 million. Illinois woman sentenced to 18 months prison in medical hoax. I-70 reopens after major water main break. Next weather system brings widespread rain to start the work week. Worker, boyfriend charged with daycare bomb threats. Soulard Mardi Gras 2021 continues celebration with virtual Cajun cook-off and shoebox parade. St. Louis scientists developing no-shot COVID-19 vaccine. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. This is the time, San Diego Congressman on immigration reform. Biden initiatives for LGBTQ workers could have broader impact. Bold plan, California Congressman talks Biden climate initiatives. A huge moment, Californians to hold key positions in Biden administration. News now, stormy days, plenty of snow ahead for San Diego County. Police serve warrant at home of missing South Bay mom. Winter storm prompts Imperial Beach closure. Carlsbad woman wins second World Cup bobsled race in Germany. Hotel guests told to shelter in place after reportable person with a gun. Michigan Mega Millions ticket wins $1.05 billion jackpot. The next headlines are from spooknews.com. Mossad chief to meet Biden to press Israeli demands on Iran nuclear deal, report. Netanyahu to dispatch Mossad chief to meet Biden and outline Israel's demands for Iran nuclear deal overhaul, reports, RT World News. TV, Mossad chief to meet Biden, set out terms for overhaul of Iran nuclear deal. Ex-CIA engineer tells judge he's incarcerated like an animal. Carer caught on hidden camera abusing vulnerable pensioner. Report, Mossad chief to meet with Biden on Iran deal revamp. Mossad chief to meet Biden, push Iran nuke deal red lines, Israel to approve normalization accord with Morocco. Report, Mossad chief to meet with Biden, present terms for Iran deal Hamodia.com. 12 hidden iPhone features we discovered after installing iOS 14. Week in review, Active Directory security, DNS mask vulnerabilities, how to select a fraud detection solution, help net security. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. British Army awards contract to Elbit Systems for high-end surveillance system. U.S. Army MQ-1C drone conducted emergency landing in Niger. Turkey unveils hybrid main battle tank. U.S. Navy enters Black Sea near Russia. Myanmar orders Trouble Panzer S-1 air defense system. U.S. Army approves low-rate production of its new warfighter-centric mission command system. AIM prepares GEM 63XL rocket boosters to support U.S. Space Force security missions. And gets $155 M contract for Space Sensor to detect hypersonic missile threats. This is the No Views Daily Automated Podcast News. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Sunday, January 24th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Biden attends Mass at D.C. church where he worshipped as VP. COVID sucks, patron leaves $200 tip per employee at cafe. Suspect arrested in fatal shooting of Pittsburgh man in Bay Point. 11 workers rescued from China gold mine after being trapped for weeks. Anti-racism protesters clash with police at Chinese consulate. Bizarre, twisting skyscraper proposed for NYC. SpaceX conducts 3 successful rocket tests in single day in South Texas. Missing Yosemite hiker found dead. Authorities investigate explosion at Antigua, California church. GOP Rep Madison Cawthorn, who contested election results, admits Biden victory wasn't fraudulent. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Packers Jones, Bucks Whitehead leave NFC Championship game. Biden to reinstate COVID travel rules, add South Africa. Atletico rallies again to widen its Spanish league lead. Defying CPS, Chicago teachers vote to refuse in-person work. Illinois reports 40 more COVID-19 deaths, another 3,292 cases. 2 dead after car fleeing police crashes in Aurora. NWS, winter storm expected to bring 6 to 9 inches of snow starting Monday. No injuries in early morning North Aurora townhouse fire. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Report, in Seattle, drivers keep these truck models longer than any other. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Albania, Bulgaria, Greece, Lebanon, the Republic of North Macedonia, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 10 km, in Antarctica January 24, 2021, 12:14 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Green alert for tropical cyclone 1321, population affected by category 1, 120 kilometers per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.8 m, depth 10 km, in New Zealand January 24, 2021, 5:47 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.8 m, depth 110.82 km, in Argentina January 24, 2021, 0:07 UTC, 7,570,000 people within 100 kilometers. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Sunday, January 24th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. 72-year-old woman from Missouri City found safe. Man shot to death after confronting disturbance outside his Northwest Houston apartment. Man dies after falling from back of pickup truck on Gulf Freeway. Suspected drunk driver crashes into fire truck before chase with deputies in Northeast Harris County. 2 Harris County deputies, firefighter injured in North Harris County apartment fire. No layups, how do NFL teams look for a new coach or GM? Group calls for Texas politicians complicit in Capitol riot to resign. This day in history, Challenger space shuttle explosion kills 7. Concealed carry permit, Republican lawmakers push to loosen gun restrictions in several states. Trapped for 2 weeks, 11 workers rescued from China gold mine. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Action Express gives Chase Elliott a Rolex 24 milestone. Jessica Korda rallies to beat Kang in playoff at LPGA opener. NC State returns to action, rallies past Virginia Tech. American Ryan Krauser breaks world indoor shot put record. Veteran tight end Greg Olsen retires, becoming broadcaster. Boston's finishes strong, number 4 so, Carolina tops LSU 69-65. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra, why vaccines alone aren't enough. Bronx State Senator backs 2 mayoral candidates in first-ranked choice voting endorsement. Coronavirus updates, new CDC director doesn't know how much vaccine U.S. currently has. Confusion and mass cancellations of vaccine appointments in NY as supply dwindles. Staten Island Autonomous Zone bar owner won't be prosecuted for allegedly driving into sheriff's deputy. Feds charge NJ gym owner for allegedly punching cop at Capitol riots. Ask an epidemiologist, what do new COVID-19 variants mean for my daily life? Extra, can I offer you a fluffy owlet in this trying time? Texas man charged for allegedly threatening to assassinate AOC during Capitol riots. State sets up clinics in New York City Housing Authority buildings to encourage more Black New Yorkers to get COVID-19 vaccine. The next headlines are from Observer.com. The first Godzilla vs. Kong trailer teases a giant monster all-out attack. Best Stretch Mark Creams 2021, top lotions for stretch mark removal and prevention. The Museum of Chinese in America is bringing its archive to Google Arts and Culture. 27 Best Male Sex Toys, a guide to the most popular sex toys for men. India's rip-roaring Oscar entry Jallikattu captures the chaos of the soul. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Light earthquake 4.5 mag, 4 kilometers east by northeast of Temuco, Chile. Light earthquake, 4.6 mag has occurred near Papua, Indonesia. Moderate earthquake, 5.1 mag strikes near King Cove in Alaska. Moderate earthquake 5.1 mag, 75 kilometers east of King Cove, Alaska. Light earthquake 4.2 mag was detected near Turtle Islands. Light earthquake 4.8 mag was detected near South Shetland Islands. Light earthquake 4.6 mag, 18 kilometers east by northeast of Rotorua, New Zealand. Moderate earthquake 5.2 mag, 13 kilometers east by southeast of Rotorua, New Zealand. Moderate earthquake, M5.2 quake has struck near Koru in Tajikistan. Moderate earthquake, 5 mag strikes near Manokwari in Indonesia. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Their hope for a brighter future inspires us all. President Biden refuses to make our climate crisis worse. Teach us how to become carpenters. South Sudanese want to shape their future. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Smart homes can easily be hacked and most Internet of Things devices don't have any security standards. Teachers union berated Trump for reopening schools, now it's praising Biden for doing the same. 181 dead in the U.S. during 2-week period from experimental COVID injections. U.S. forces choppered into Syria 24 hours after new commander-in-chief takes power. Californian dies hours after getting COVID-19 vaccine, prompting probe. Not as green as you think, global F push sparks cobalt chaos. Homeless in Germany offered futuristic coffin-like pods to sleep in. Another mega-group spy scandal, salmonage, sabotage, and a SolarWinds hack. U.S. Defense Intelligence Agency buys your smartphone location data from brokers. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Did Fox News Pete Hegseth say germs are not a real thing? Did Senator Tom Cotton falsely claim to be an Army Ranger in Afghanistan and Iraq? Police car drives through crowded race, injuring 2. Is there a petition to change a Scottish airport's name to Joe Biden International Airport? Did the Washington Post remove a quote that painted Kamala Harris in a bad light? States are allowing concealed carry of guns without a permit. Does Biden have a Chinese bodyguard? Did a cruel Twitter ad accurately portray Rebel Wilson? We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Act of Evil, Indianapolis police investigate mass murder. Dr. Birx, Trump was showing public COVID charts I never made. Rand Paul still refuses to admit that the election wasn't stolen. The Queen calls Joe Biden to congratulate him, but when will they meet? Can the beauty industry confront colorism? The vice-loathing reverend and the sex workers who took San Francisco by storm in 1917. They killed her sister, now she's come back to haunt them. Alan Tudyk on kissing Heath Ledger and how Resident Alien made him believe in aliens. Graphic novel shows how the Black Panthers foreshadowed the BLM era. I got my COVID-19 vaccine, why cannot every American? The next headlines are from the New York Post. Tom Brady, Buccaneers off to Super Bowl 2021 after mind-boggling Packers decision. Tishman's fire tower at Hudson Yards is spiraling up. Brittany Matthews versus Brittany Williams, wags of AFC championship battle. Sanders, Dems ready to use rare tactic to push through COVID-19 bill. Deshaun Watson wants off Texans no matter who next coaches. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Biden making environmental issues and climate change a priority. Gottlieb fairly confident that new Brazilian virus strain is in U.S. Doctor explains the challenges of vaccinating the American population. Staying vigilant, the latest on COVID-19 variants and vaccines. States scramble for more COVID-19 vaccines, new concern over contagious variant. Documentary shines light on Wuhan lockdown. Gottlieb fairly confident that new Brazilian virus strain is already in the U.S. Climate refugees, the quest for a haven from extreme weather events. Atmospheric river means massive snow coming to the west. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. UK woman calls police over long line at McDonald's. 4 Palmas players and soccer club president die in Brazil plane crash. Threatening email sent to 5,000 students and parents from Massachusetts school account. NYC mayoral candidate Maya Wiley launches coalition of black women supporters. Pregnant woman, unborn baby among 6 killed in Indianapolis shooting. Washington man who injected people with unproven COVID-19 vaccine arrested. 19 burned bodies found near U.S.-Mexico border. Woman's body recovered beneath 15 feet of debris after landslide in Oregon. Houston couple finds body while exploring home for sale. Bernie Sanders having fun with meme status, urging supporters to donate to charity. The following headlines are from military.com. Navy SEAL sentenced to 10 years in choking death of Green Beret. Fort Hood top enlisted leader reinstated after probe finds no proof of unprofessional language. NewsEx Def Lloyd Austin's first foreign leader call went to NATO chief. You shouldn't be calling yourself a ranger. Tom Cotton's military service is under scrutiny from a fellow Army vet in Congress. Baghdad blasts expose gaps in Iraq's strained military. Biden orders review of domestic violent extremism threat. China law empowers Coast Guard to use force amid disputes. Illinois National Guard's latest mission, help vaccinate Chicago area from COVID-19. Air Force offers early outs, pushes more toward reserve amid record high retention. Screenwriter Walter Bernstein dies at 101. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Chicago Teachers Union authorizes collective action to remain remote, but some students may return to school February 1st as negotiations continue. As much as 9 inches of heavy, wet snow expected Monday. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, 3,292 new confirmed and probable cases of COVID-19, 40 additional deaths reported Sunday. COVID-19 in Illinois by the numbers, here's a daily update on cases, positivity rate and hospital data in your area. COVID-19 cases in Illinois by zip code, search for your neighborhood. Illinois COVID-19 vaccine tracker, 1,636,775 doses delivered, 681,473 administered, average 27,776 given a day. Daily Illinois coronavirus graphs, 40 new deaths, 3,292 new confirmed and probable cases and 90,138 new test results. Illinois woman who tricked nonprofits into donations by pretending to have muscular dystrophy, breast cancer sentenced to 18 months in prison. Seniors, shelters eager to get the COVID-19 vaccine as Illinois enters the next phase, but they hope the pace picks up. Man found dead with a gunshot wound to head inside burning car on far south side, police say. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Czech trainers teach dogs to sniff out COVID. Chileans receive mistaken tsunami warning following Antarctic quake. Endangered Siamese crocodile in rare sighting at Thai National Park. U of Louisiana Lafayette mini satellite zipping around Earth. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Sunday, January 24th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. The Devonian extinction, a slow doom that swept our planet. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Where scores 36 to lift Morgan Street over Delaware Street 99-83. Rodriguez scores 16 to lift Stony Brook past JIT 56-44. Average U.S. price of gas up 10 cents a gallon to $2.45. Baker carries on Gashville past Radford 76-68 in OT. Flowers leads High Point past Presbyterian 81-57. Shepherd scores 16 to lead Rhode Island over Fordham 52-42. Chiefs have Edwards-Hilaire, no Bell, Watkins vs. Bills. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. U.S. plans entry ban for most non-citizens from South Africa. 5, including pregnant woman, fatally shot in Indianapolis. Dutch police clash with anti-lockdown protesters in 2 cities. Novato schools seek developers for staff housing. Stanford doctor and author fights medical misinformation in time of COVID-19. The latest, Mexico, Russia leaders to discuss vaccine supply. Sponsored, Green Rides, Toyota may be first to deploy a solid-state battery. Sponsored, the 2021 Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid Limited Edition minivan. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Announcement of Yosemite hiker's death delayed nearly a week. California may prioritize age above all for COVID-19 vaccine. New Mexico reports 635 new COVID-19 cases and 30 more deaths. Wisconsin shows lowest daily COVID-19 totals in September. Inside the Beltway, the media remains addicted to Donald Trump. Joe Biden, Hunter Biden attend Mass at Holy Trinity Catholic Church in Georgetown. Man dies after crashing through frozen lake on snowmobile. Capitol rioters trail of videos, media posts revealed in affidavits. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Money and politics could doom the Florida panther and the Endangered Species Act. Toxic chemicals threaten humanity's ability to reproduce. Forget Biden's bust of Cesar Chavez. Hunts Point strike is the bold labor action the country needs. Capitol attack was culmination of generations of far-right extremism. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Sunday, January 24th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Coronavirus live blog, January 24th, 2021. Illinois 7-day positivity rate falls again. The killing of 2 Black Panthers, the secrets of the FBI, and our nation's long fight for police reform. Illinois 7-day positivity rate drops to 4.8% as state prepares to enter next phase of vaccine distribution plan. A trade for the Bulls Zach LaVine, sure, but no thanks on Ben Simmons. Pia Suter's historic hat-trick powers Blackhawks rout of Red Wings. Bears would target assistant Duce Staley if Eagles grant release request. 2 killed in vehicle crash after fleeing from police in suburban Aurora. West Side single mother gifted car after hers was stolen last year. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. UK coronavirus mutation spreads to Wayne County, more people linked to University of Michigan. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Sunday, January 24th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are about world records making news. Ryan Krauser breaks into a world record not once but twice at American Track League opening meet, USA Track and Field. Orlando teen juggles his way into Guinness Records, News 13 Orlando. 2 dogs from California just set the world record for most tricks performed in a minute, CNN. Mexican Alejandro Lemus breaks free diving world record in Yucatan cenote, the Yucatan Times. Brittany Bowe returns to top of 1000 World Cup podium, home of the Olympic Channel. Hitman 3 Dubai world record tie at 9 seconds, PC Games. Watch Sho Masato's world-class 2:06.7 200 breaststroke, swim swam. Salmon arm boy rests world record attempt on single Jenga brick, BC Local News, BC Local News. Video, Mission Drag Racer scores first career win, sets world record, makes history in 2020, Abbotsford News, Abbotsford News. Jim Walmsley shatters the 100K American record, but misses the world record by 11 seconds, runnersworld.com. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Apple, if you have a medical device, keep it a safe distance away from the iPhone 12 and MagSafe accessories. FBI says far-right militia used Facebook Messenger to coordinate attack on Capitol building. This lengthy video essay is a fascinating exploration of haunting of Bly Manor. This is Alex, the first Antarctic penguin born in Mexico. Godzilla vs. Kong's epic first trailer launches a clash of titans. Sunday's best deals, Vizio 50-inch 4K Smart TV, ring light webcam, I2Care K beauty products, Mophie power banks, Flixisport gaming desk, and more. Developing algorithms that might one day be used against you. Stock up on masks for the whole family for up to 76% off. This HD ring light webcam is just $30 when you stack these coupons. Microsoft admits it messed up and axes Xbox Live Gold price hike. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Nadi in Fiji at 118.22 degrees Fahrenheit or 47.9 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Vestyaske as Vera Firma in Russia at minus 70.42 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 56.9 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Godzilla vs. Kong trailer is a rock sock monster mashup. A Curious Observer's Guide to Quantum Mechanics, Part 3, Rose-Colored Glasses. Review, Lupin updates classic French gentleman thief for the 21st century. SpaceX launches 143 satellites into orbit, most ever, updated. Is this a fossilized lair of the dreaded bobbit worm? DDoSers are abusing Microsoft RDP to make attacks more powerful. What's the technology behind a 5-minute charge battery? The art and science of boarding an airplane in a pandemic. This site posted every face from Parler's Capitol Hill insurrection videos. What happens to the brain on sudden impact? Egg yolks could hold the answer. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Republicans talk Trump out of starting the Patriot Party, Maggie Haberman. Chuck Schumer shuts down McConnell's attempt to stop Trump impeachment. Trump team was shocked Dr. Fauci would dare to contradict the president, report. CNN's Jim Acosta describes Trump's sad and pathetic last moments before heading to Florida. Trump greeted with a flying banner trolling him over Mar-a-Lago. Ivanka and Jared really want to get away from Donald Trump, report. D.C. judge blocks release of that Thai guy Eric Mungel who stormed Capitol with plastic hand restraints. Michael Cohen suggests Trump issued secret pardons for himself and his kids in case of indictments. Josh Hawley defended militia members after Oklahoma City bombing and Mark Furman after OJ trial. GOP reeling after historic defeat. Political disaster doesn't begin to describe how bad this is for Republicans. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. A year ago today, Trump said COVID would all work out well. Trump leaked more than 30,000 times during his presidency. No wonder we're exhausted. New data shows that the NRA's Trump bump has evaporated. Dr. Deborah Burke says someone was feeding Trump parallel coronavirus data. Check out my new blog site. Another look at vaccinations. Coronavirus growth in Western countries, January 23rd update. For electric car makers, this battery breakthrough could change everything. Hummingbirds in the rain. Behold my daring prediction for 2021. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. These are the big books to read this winter, the Philadelphia Inquirer. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Full text, assessment of pain and associated comorbidities, a survey of real-life JPR, Dove Medical Press. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Sunday, January 24th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The next headlines are from OpenMinds.tv. Open Minds UFO Radio Newscast January 22, 2021. Special guest, Douglas Smythe. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. 2020, a year of UFO news almost too strange to believe. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Sunday, January 24th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. About U.S. Fair Use Statement. True Strange News is a U.S.-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by True Strange News. All rights reserved.